Welcome to Custodians of Africa, where heritage meets leadership. Here we dive into Africa's rich traditions, ancestral wisdom, and the voices that shaped our nation from village elders to modern leaders. Join us as we uncover untold stories, explore cultural heritage, and connect lessons from our past to inspire today and guide tomorrow. This is more than a channel. It is a movement to preserve identity, restore dignity, and celebrate Africa's greatness. Subscribe and walk with us as we tell Africa's story through culture and leadership. With you is Wycliffe Muganda, the host, and with us on stage is Mr. Peter Nyawanda, a political analyst. Peter, we've looked for you, and today we are happy you are here. There is a story. This young girl, Winnie Odinga, the daughter to the late Prime Minister, and may his soul rest in peace, comes out fire breathing or firefighting at a celebration that was an ODM celebration at 20, and categorically and straight on tell his uncle, Oburu Odinga, that, Uncle, you are not fit to lead our party, ODM. Peter, what is your take?
Oh, thank you. That was a bold statement. It was a very bold statement. Not many people expected her to be able to say something like that, especially to her uncle, and just within 1 month of the death of the late Raila Odinga. So it was a surprise.
Yes.
Where she got the courage just to be able to tell Oburu that, you cannot, you are not qualified, you do not have what it takes to be able to lead this great party, but more so,
Yes,
especially on the aspects of the broad-based government and the arrangement that they had with President William Ruto. And Winnie thinks that that was just the preserve of Raila Odinga. And now that Raila is gone, it cannot be taken from Raila Odinga and be given to Oburu. If it is to be given anywhere, then it needs to come back to Raila Odinga and his family.
Wow. So you're trying to tell me, if I hear you well, that Winnie Odinga has had that courage to approach the public, actually, because she said this in a rally, the ODM at 20, that she looked around and she felt that people should go for an election to elect somebody who is to run the party. And if you are saying that maybe she is picking it from back from the family level, because when you say, as you said, then it applies to me that, or it appears to me that, like, Winnie feels that this party belongs or belonged to his father. Could that be the case?
To a large extent, yes. This party belongs to Raila.
Yes.
ODM is Raila and Raila is ODM. So Winnie's approach is like ODM is part of the property of Raila Odinga. And now that Raila is gone, this property cannot be taken to Oburu. It must remain with the Raila.
So it must remain within the homestead of Raila. It cannot cross over to Raila's brother.
No.
Yes.
It cannot, and it should not, in her opinion. But you need to look at this thing, from a different perspective. One, that the relationship between Raila and his brother Oburu was fantastic. It was very, very good. And, they had good body chemistry. They bonded well. They understood each other, even when they did not speak any words. But behind the curtains was the family, was, Ida. Huh? She, in my opinion, did not really like having Oburu close to power. And I think she believed that it is Raila who had made the sacrifices, and therefore, if there were any benefits, if there were any dividends, then those dividends needed to just continue coming to Raila. And you must also remember that Oburu has always lived in the shadows of Raila. So Oburu has never been himself. If it comes to elections, Oburu has always been, his hand has always been held by his younger brother. Yeah. So the Ida and by extension Winnie, they just believe that actually Oburu is a person who did not fight for what Baba fought for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, that brings me to, or rather brings a question that I want to ask. When we celebrated ODM at 20, and Mama Ida failed to appear anywhere, it also to some extent sent a signal, because the daughter comes breathing fire. I would say breathing fire, because the way she she approached the podium and the congregation, the group of the ODM, the delegates that were there, and the way she spoke, that was fiery. And could she be speaking on behalf of the mother, being the fact that, okay, this is the girl that, as we had, described her, being the blue-eyed girl of Baba? Could she be speaking the tongue of Mama Ida, who probably, to me, from my point of view, could have possibly she had maybe a reason why she did not attend. But remember, this was a party that was supposed to be celebrated by his husband. May Baba's soul rest in peace. Supposing Baba was there, do you think Ida could have remained behind?
I think we need to also look at it that Ida is still mourning her husband, and there are so many delegations going to Opoda every single day, and so she could have remained at home to be able to take care of issues of welcoming the guests that go there and managing the home. But be that as it may, it raises our curiosity that the ODM at 20, even though it was meant to be an ODM thing, celebrating ODM, but also came at a time when, whereas it was being organized, that is the time that Raila died. And this thing was now changed, just amended a little bit to be able to accommodate, celebrating Raila and his legacy. And I believe it would have been better, it would have been, that Ida would have been there, because everything, that the celebration that was there and every other thing, she was at the thick of every part of it. So I think it would have been better if she was there, but she was not. The question is, did she know anything that we did not know? Because when you hear what Winnie said, and as you put it rightly, Winnie was speaking. When you heard Winnie speak, that was Ida speaking.
Wow.
That was Ida speaking. And even going forward, I believe that you will see a lot of dirty linen within the Odinga family coming into the public.
Wow. See, when you talk about dirty linen, at one point, Oburu Odinga was pressed so hard that he had to excuse himself. and come publicly and put a declaration that whatever Winnie said is a matter that they were going to discuss back at home. Does that qualify, or that this party belongs to our family?
No, I think because Winnie took even Oburu by surprise. I don't think Oburu saw this one coming. And you know, Winnie is some kind of a very restless soul. You know, she's a free thinker, articulate. She is very passionate.
Yes.
And she's a rabble rouser. She does not, you know, she's not afraid.
Yes.
You know, to even step on some toes, just to be able to make her point. And again, you know, Winnie, to a large extent, she speaks for the youth, for the many youths of this country who really understand her language. Yeah?
Wow.
So, Oburu did not see this one coming. And Oburu was just, you know, Oburu, because he was caught off guard, he was just firefighting, you know, just, you know, telling, you know, Winnie that this is not something you should have brought here. Wow. But he did not want to say it in a way that would show that there is division within the family. And I think Oburu using his wisdom, yes, you know, just said, you know, she's just a young, you know, girl, and she's excited. But this is something that we can take back home and, you know, be able to talk about as a father and a daughter. Wow. Yes. But Oburu was just being magnanimous. It hit him, because for her to just, you know, stand up there and say, you know, Uncle, you are not qualified. Yes. You don't have what it takes to be able to, you know, manage the affairs of this party. Yes, that was bold. Wow, really bold.
Now, when you say that Winnie was speaking the language that was a youth language, do you think Sifuna, Babu Wino, the likes, could have maybe seen her behind the curtains?
I don't think they may have necessarily seen her, you know, behind the curtains. But I believe, and you could see it even from the excitement that, you know, that Sifuna had, yes, during that the convention. Yes. She was speaking something that Sifuna has been speaking about. Wow. But Sifuna was really overjoyed, you know, when he got some kind of, you know, a new disciple. Yes. Yes. So there's a new disciple that speaks the language of Sifuna and comes from the very family of Raila. This is the bloodline of Raila, yes, speaking the very language that Sifuna is speaking. So I think Sifuna was excited. Yeah. Was excited, and you could even you know, hear after Winnie had spoken, yeah, Sifuna came out and was saying, you know, giving her praises, heaping praises on her. Yes. So I think to a large extent, yes, she speaks the language of that Sifuna and do understand. Wow. And he likes to hear.
Okay. Now, at some point, she also went ahead and said that the party is being sold. Who is buying the party, or is it, who is the buyer in this case, and who is selling? Who is the seller?
You know, there are many intrigues within ODM, and one of the key things that actually is causing ripples within ODM is the issue of the broad-based government and support for President Ruto. And there are those people who say that Baba told them actually that they should go with Ruto up to 2027. Yes. Then from there on, the party will decide, you know, how to move forward, going, you know. Then there are also others who had a different message from Baba. What they had was, Baba has joined hands with Ruto all the way, not only up to 2027, but beyond. Yeah? And you find these people are the people that currently are enjoying the fruits. They include the Mbadis of this, the Wangas,
The Pio and I,
or Pio and I,
the Johos.
Joho, not really much, but Joho is enjoying that one. But I'm not sure if we can say that Joho is in the company of, can be put in the same group with Mbadi, in terms of how they talk about, the broad-based arrangement.
Yes.
Mbadi is very passionate about it. Mbadi knows that actually this is where he's getting his bread. Yes. This is the side where his bread is buttered. This is the side that is buttered. And so Mbadi, Wanga, Wandai, and the likes, yes, and Junet are people who would want ODM, to not only go to bed now, but to continue in that bed beyond 2027. Wow. They tell us that they had a message from Baba that we go beyond 2027 up to, yes. Those are the people we call the people of two-term.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? While the others like Sifuna, excuse me, and even Oburu said that we shall support the broad-based arrangement, yes, up to 2027. Yes. But beyond that, we will sit down and be able to discuss and see which way to go. Okay. So this is where you will hear the issue of some people are selling the party. I think the party sellers, in my opinion, are these people, the two-term guys. The people who are eating currently, yes, the people who have, have access, to government resources. They have access to the president, and so they feel that if people do not speak the language of two-term, that threatens their very positions as the CSS and such like. Wow. So they are just protecting their jobs. They are not really talking about, they are not concerned really, in my opinion, to a large extent, about
the
party's existence and the identity of the party. Because ODM is a party with a very unique identity. Yes. Yeah, very unique. It is a party that is about social justice. It is about a party that is about, respect for the rule of law. Yes. It is about a party that, talks about, the rights of the downtrodden, yes, and how to uplift them. So that is a language that if you hear the people who are saying two-term, they are not really concerned about. They are concerned now about, personal survival and personal benefit.
Wow. Do you think that could that is the reason why they could also bring about the issue of a broad-based manager? Because this one also arose by that time, that it is only, and it came from Winnie, that it's only Baba who used to know how to cross over the management between the broad-based, who UDA and ODM. And it's like there's a battle here who's now going to be sitting with the president, William Ruto, to, bring matters back to the boardroom of ODM. Do you think, because that one also brought some kind of fiery exchange?
In truth be told, the broad-based arrangement was just something that was only being managed by Ruto and Raila. Yes. All the others would just receive instructions on what to do. But in terms of, saying like there was some people, a group of people who knew what Baba and, Ruto and me, even if there were such people, then they were not brought, to the public. But what we know is that broad-based arrangement was just something that only Baba and Ruto knew, and only Baba and Ruto were managing it. Wow. So that is why you heard Winnie say, I believe to a large extent, because if you go back to even ODM started, doing their grassroots elections. Yes. From the wards, they went up to the sub-branch.
Sub-branch, yes.
The branch,
which
is the constituency.
The constituency.
From there, ODM has not completed that election. It was expectation.
They're supposed to be going for the county.
It was the expectation.
Yeah.
I think before Raila died,
Yes.
that the ODM at 20 meeting in Mombasa would complete that process.
Yes.
That process, they would finish with the counties and then go to the national.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, unfortunately or fortunately, did not happen. And so, but then we see that ODM has gone, even though we left the elections at the branch level.
Yes.
But ODM organs have convened and elected a party leader.
Yes.
Yeah? When there were other elections that were still ongoing. So they have elected, now Oburu is a substantive, party leader. It's no longer that acting. It's that substantive party leader.
Yes.
So I think Winnie was frustrated, that that is why she was calling, that we need to go back to the NDC, yeah, so that the people can decide, which way with the issues of the coalition, but more so with the issues of who will manage this coalition arrangement, who will, negotiate with Ruto.
Wow.
But, the party hawks like Wanga, and I think to a large extent, you cannot rule out the hand of Ruto. Because Ruto has significant interest in ODM and what happens in ODM. He knows that there are a chunk of ODM that do not like him and the other ones who like him. Mm-hmm. So he would not want to amplify the voices of the Sifunas who do not like him and Orengos. He would want actually to promote Wanga, Mbadi, and Opiyo Wandayi, so that people can see, that, I have given you ministerial positions, and so you guys should be happy.
Wow, interesting. Now, when you've just mentioned the name that was crisscrossing my mind, that is Orengo, who fears nothing but fear.
Mm-hmm.
Why and why should Orengo fear while people are at a celebration of the ODM party at 20?
Orengo was very close to the late former Prime Minister, Honorable Raila Odinga, and Orengo was part of that close team or group of advisors, that were around Raila, and especially on matters legal, on matters constitutional, and the like. And Orengo has not hidden the fact that he does not like the broad-based government arrangement. Wow. He said it in the presence of Raila. He has spoken about it, openly in the presence of Ruto. He has not hidden the fact that his dislike for this arrangement. Wow. Right now, Orengo is finding, his voice amplified by the likes of Babu, by the likes of Sifuna, and I believe to some extent the likes of Winnie. So he's getting emboldened, and I believe going forward you will hear Orengo speak more about the broad-based arrangement. Fellow viewers, I was the host at Custodians of Africa, and my name is Wycliffe Muganda. Kindly keep subscribing, liking, leaving us with your comments as you follow. Until we meet again, thank you very much.